Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Janet and I run a Depop, a website called Primarie Studios where I sell secondhand and vintage fashion. Today I am doing a thrift haul. It's been a few weeks, maybe months since the last time I've done one, so I thought it was about time to show you my recent finds. All of these finds are for my vintage store, which is why I have quite a few. Let's just get started. I'm going to start out with the Goodwill outlets, and it was the Goodwill Outlet Marketplace in Santa Ana. It's a smaller outlet. It also doesn't rotate the bins from what I read in the reviews, so it's best if you get there early, right when it opens, so you can get all the good finds. So I'll just start out with that Goodwill outlet and show you guys what I got. So this is the first item that I got. It is a quilted jacket, and it has these frog closures and this squiggly stitching in the front. I really like the details on this one. I also really love the colors of black and red together, so I'm glad that I was able to find this one. I feel like this would just look good dressed casually with maybe a pair of jeans that's a darker wash and black accessories. I've been meaning to do more DIY stuff for my shop, so I was thinking about either doing cyanotype or maybe screen printing tees or just upcycling things in general. While I didn't find as much just actual vintage at the Goodwill outlets, I did find a lot of basics there, and so I have these two just basic white cotton tees that I got from there, and I thought these would be good to upcycle. This one is from Hanes Beefy Tee line, and this one is a Fruit of the Loom. I also got these pair of white pants also to do an upcycle with. I'll show you guys the inspo picture for what I want to do with them. I think these would make a really good pair of bloomer pants, short things. Next is a pair of cargo shorts from the outlets, and it is from the brand Polo Ralph Lauren. It's just a very basic one, but it does have these little adjustable waist areas, a lot of pockets as usual, and I thought this would even look good for, even though this is technically a men's pant, I think this would also look like a fun oversized cargo short for women as well. Initially I put it in my cart and I thought I put it back, but I guess I never put it back, so I ended up buying it. And it is this, I think this one is actually vintage because it does have the paper tag, probably a little bit more like 90s to Y2K. It's this very soft, worn in button down jacket, and I really like the color on this. It's kind of like a muted olive green. Even though I didn't intend to pick this up, I think it's actually a really good piece for fall, so I'm glad I have it. Okay, next one is this, I think, Y2K piece from Champion. I picked it up because I thought this tag looked a little different than what I'm used to seeing for Champion, so I thought it was a little bit older vintage, but I'm assuming from my research that it's probably 90s or Y2K. It has this sun fading on the back, which I know to some people would look like damage, but to me I think it makes a piece look more interesting. I kind of like when pieces are faded, so I'm just excited that I was able to pick up this one. This next piece is my highest value find from the Goodwill outlets, and it is this Mad Happy and Snapchat collab hoodie. It's such a thick, substantial item. When you touch the cotton, it's this is not a summer hoodie. While I normally don't want to pick up too many modern pieces, I just thought this one was really fun and cool. It has a little Snapchat logo, and the hood also has this stitching detail on it, which I thought was really unique. I think this is probably the only actual vintage piece that I found from the Goodwill outlets, and it is this either 80s or 90s, but probably 80s considering the fit, pair of basic denim jeans. It has the classic mom fit where it's a little bit looser through the thigh and it tapers down at the leg, and it's from the denim brand Lee, which you can see from the tag right there. It also has some unique stitching details in the back, right here for fits, which I think is really nice. I'm never opposed to buying more denim, even though I probably should stop a little bit for the shop. The next item you might think is a little bit weird for me to pick up because it's literally, I think it's a handmade apron, but I just thought this material was really cute and I like the lace sleeves, and I felt like this would be a really cute upcycled piece. And it also has this rosette here, which I think I'll probably take off because it is just attached by a safety pin, and I'll put it on some kind of ribbon choker because I know that's really popular right now. I had a vision for this and hopefully I can make it come true, but we'll see. Okay, so after I went to the Goodwill outlets, I visited a few thrift stores in the nearby area. One of them was the Savers at the Huntington Beach location, and so I have not too many pieces from there, but I did find a few good things which I was excited about. This is the first time I've been able to thrift a designer streetwear piece from the thrift store for a reasonable price, and it is this Telfar bag. I was not expecting to find Telfar at the thrift store, and it was literally just hanging in the regular section, because Savers will sometimes put the nicer quality or branded items in a glass case, but this one was just hanging out with all the other purses, and I think it was about $13 to $15. It's in perfect condition. It's a very classic like streetwear piece. The next thing I found at Savers is this little beaded mini bag. I think it's so cute and I like how tiny it is. I always love a beaded piece. They're just so beautiful and intricate. And this one is definitely quite mini. I'm not even sure if my phone would fit in it. Okay. My phone like just barely fits. You could fit that, a pair of keys, and maybe a few cards. So like only the essentials fit in here, but at least they fit. It's like really good party bag if you have any events coming up, maybe like weddings or New Year's Eve at the end of the year or something. But it's just really cute and I really love dainty, delicate pieces like this. Also at that Savers, this was the second to last thing that I picked up, and it's this pair of 90s sunglasses. I feel like I usually don't find good sunglasses at the thrift, but these were in pretty good condition and they're very like a classic 90s look to them. I don't know if this shape is necessarily flattering for my face shape, but I do really like them and I feel like they're a very classic vintage piece to have, so I was really glad I was able to pick them up. The last thing I found at that Savers was this pair of gingham shorts. They're from the brand Senza by Palmettos in a size, it says 16, but I definitely think it's a little bit smaller than that. I got this pair and it's like this gingham white and blue print, and it has like the slight seersucker puckering. I really like the rolled hem too, and what I like about this is that because it's a more lightweight material, the rolled hem doesn't look quite as stiff as it does on other denim shorts. I forgot there was one more piece from that Savers that I got, and it is my favorite. I'm really glad I found this. It is this beautiful floral print gold kind of midi maxi dress in a satin material. So stunning, and I feel like, you know, people are probably gonna have like homecomings and like special events coming up at the end of the year, so I thought it was nice that I was able to find this because it is so beautiful. Something like this you could even dress down if you wanted to. You could wear like a sweater over it with some boots, and then you can wear it for fall, or if you want to wear it for a special occasion, just add a pair of heels and like a little bag. For a while I wasn't finding anything at that thrift store, even though it's like a very big one. I didn't for a while, and then I went to the dresses and I found this and I was like, that made everything worth it. And also the Telfar bag. I think the next day I visited a different Savers, which was in Lomita, and I found this pair of really funky pants. They are this bright hot pink stretchy material pants, but what I love about them the most is that it has this little beaded fringe on the bottom. I thought this was so cute. It is from the brand Cachet, which I love finding at the thrift store because they always have really good, I think usually 90s to Y2K pieces. Honestly, I don't pick up stuff like this often because I'm not really like a bright colors person. I like neutrals, as you can see from my outfit today, but it was just too good. I picked up a few menswear pieces from Savers as well, and the first one is this men's kind of two-tone collared shirt. This felt like it was really cool and interesting, and I don't know, I still thought it was worth picking up because it feels like a nice material as well, so I thought it was good to have. I also found this men's button down as well, which I really like. It is a little bit more sheer, or not, it's not like sheer, but it's slightly transparent, and it just has a really nice structure to it, and it also has like a little slight stripe running through it. I'm gonna say it's a little bit more modern, but I don't know for sure. I just love this piece. I went to a new to me thrift store in LA called Valerie's Thrift Shop, I think, and I found two pieces there. Their pieces were priced a little bit higher than the regular thrift stores. I passed on a few things, but there were two things I thought were too cool to pass up, and this is the first one. I really love this. It's like a grid pattern, colorful button-down top, and it has like this ruching detail on the bottom, which I thought was stunning. So it's a little bit more fitted on the bottom. Again, it's not normally something I pick up because it is more of a colorful piece, but it's just so funky and cool that I wanted to add it because I know some people out there like color, and even if it's not me, I know that someone will like this because this is so cool. I also found one more piece, and it is these like green houndstooth pants. And I think they're handmade 70s, and they're plus size, which is pretty hard to come across for vintage for me, especially more true vintage pieces. So the fact that I was able to find them was kind of amazing, and I just love the silhouette and fit on these. So this is another pair of pants I got from the Savers in Lomita. I really like this one. It is from Wax Jeans, and I think it's a Y2K piece, just looking at the label and like the fit of the item. It's kind of like a raw denim look. I don't think it's actually raw denim, but it has no like fading or wash on it, so it's a little bit darker, has some texture to it. I think this would be such a great streetwear piece just because of the wash and the fit of it. but it's not my size, so unfortunately I will have to sell it. It's really cool. It doesn't have any pockets in the back, which I know some people really like, and it's just a really like subtly cool pair of denim pants. So this is the last item that I got from Savers in Lomita, and it is this corduroy Y2K ivory pants. They're like a boot cut. It's ribbed corduroy, just a really nice soft material. And what I really liked is that it has no waistband, as you can see, and the back, the pocket has like 2 rivets in this, so it almost looks like there's 2 pockets stuck to each other, but it's just 1 pocket. And it also has this little tab on the side right here. I feel like this is such a great fall piece because it is more of that cozy corduroy material, but because it's an ivory color, you can kind of wear it all season. Now let's move on to everything that I got from Salvation Army. First things first is this gorgeous bag. It's from the brand Raffi. I really liked the details on this one. It has these huge cargo pockets in the front, and I like the combination of the tan and pink. I felt like that was pretty unique. It's just a cute kind of like Y2K inspired piece. I'm not really sure if it's actually a Y2K or not, but it does seem like, because they no longer sell this style on the website, that it is at least a little bit older. Next thing I got is this pair of 80s like silky pajama shorts. I really like the color on this, which is why I picked it up. So I'm planning on adding a drawstring to it because I think it actually did have it, because it has a holes for the drawstrings but no actual drawstring. So I did pick up some ribbon, add it, and then fix up some of the sides. The color is so beautiful. It's like a buttery yellow, and I know that color apparently is trending now. I found this at Salvation Army as well, and it's so beautiful. It is this silk pink, salmon pink cami with some lace details. This is a drawstring, and it actually does tighten, although I don't think you really need to tighten it because this is an extra small. I normally don't pick up pink items too much, but I actually found this. I was thinking that they would look really good with a pair of pants that I found at the same time, which are these like leather pants. I think pink and brown are just like really cool together. You can just wear like a cardigan on top with some jeans and it's ready for fall, or you can just wear it as is for spring and summer. So to me, camis are very versatile because they're very layerable. This next piece is a true vintage piece, and it is, I think, from the 60s. It is this pair of denim overalls, and it has a bunch of beautiful white piping along the edges, and it has some white plastic buttons. It's honestly hard to run into true vintage in the thrift store unless it's like 80s, and so whenever I find one that's like 60s or 70s, I'm always excited. At Salvation Army, I also picked up this piece, which is a Just Cavalli, which is the diffusion line for Roberto Cavalli, which is a designer brand. And I really liked the material on it. It's very soft and lightweight, and it also has this really nice contrast stitching zigzag detail throughout, so I thought that was a nice way to jazz up like a typical black button down. I also picked up a pair of jorts from Salvation Army. These are not the typical streetwear jorts, they're just like your classic 80s fit. It's high rise, it's a little bit looser on the leg, and it has some pleats in the front. It also has some elastics on the back just so it's a little bit more comfortable. Like if you want a more elevated looking jort rather than like the streetwear vibe, I feel like this would be really cute with like a striped sweater and like tall equestrian boots or something for a more preppy look. So that way you can participate in the trend without having to do the exact way it's been interpreted on social media. This next piece I normally wouldn't have picked up, but I know that bloomers are popular right now, and I found these like black lace bloomers that are like a longer length. They are definitely sheer, as you can see the window from the garage going through. You can just wear it as an actual slip underneath skirts or whatever, or dresses or anything, but I've seen a lot of people styling this just as casual wear as well. I feel like this could even look good with the current outfit I'm wearing because I have this like little striped cropped button down, and with this I feel like it would work. This next item is not vintage from what I can tell, but I really like the style of it. It is this pair of culotte pants. It is not as sheer as it looks because the light is coming through, but it really has some nice details on it. It just like goes over the hip area, and then it leads into this kind of sewn down pleat. I could see someone wearing this for New York Fashion Week with an all black fit. I think it's very versatile as well, and because jorts are trending, people will be more open to wearing this culotte level length of pants again. Next item I got from Salvation Army is this 2-layered maxi lace skirt, as you can see right there. 2 different layers, and it has an elastic waist. I think it's closer to a size large, and I just really liked the drape of it, and I like how it was tiered, which makes it a little bit more unique. I think this would also make a good like tube dress as well. This is the second to last item I found at Salvation Army, and it is a pair of real suede pants from the brand Inc. or International Concepts. I find this brand quite often, and they have really nice like 90s to Y2K pieces. And the back also has this lace-up detail. I feel like you could just pair it with a sweater in winter and wear it with some boots or something like that, and it would be a really cute fit. Last but not least, from the Salvation Army, I found this cotton vest. It's technically Massimo, which was a Target brand that got discontinued. I personally really like vests as a way to layer and to make an outfit more interesting. If you're just wearing like pants and a tank top, if you add a vest, it instantly looks like you tried a lot harder, but it's just as comfortable and such an easy like style hack. The very last item that I got was from the Salvation Army antique store in Pasadena, but this was a pretty cool find. These are silver tab Levi's from I think either late 90s or Y2K. It's just super cool. It's in amazing condition and it has a really nice fit. It has the silver tab little patch right there and the little tab right there as well. Here is the tag. Having colored denim is such an easy way to upgrade your outfit because it's just as comfortable as getting your classic blue, white, black denim, but it just makes it more fun. But whenever I find really unique Levi's, I always pick them up. That is everything that I found at Salvation Army and the Goodwill outlets and two different Savers. I think that's it. Oh, and Valerie's thrift shop in LA. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the things that I picked up, what you liked, maybe what you didn't like, what you would do to style some of these pieces, and I'll see you guys in the next video.